Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's lair. I'm your host, Larry, the most delectable indie Chupacabra man, and I'm back here today taking a look at some more delectable indie titles. But in this particular circumstance, I'm not actually just looking at one game or two games. I'm actually going to be looking at an entire new distribution platform, well, rental platform, where you can play a bunch of beautiful, award-winning, and some of the best indie games from places like Steam, all for the low price of $10 per month. And yeah, we're looking at the platform Jump today, which is coming out sometime summer 2017, so like July, August, September, somewhere in those months. I'm gonna be doing the beta version of it. And what it's offering you is a curated selection of some of the better indie titles that you can play, including, if I look in the background of this header image on their website, Dungeon Souls, Always Sometimes Monsters, Mole Men Must Die, Acorn Assault, so on and so forth. Well, I know Dungeon Souls is pretty good. A lot of these other titles are $5 to $10 to $20 titles, so you would certainly get your money's worth if you played more than 3 or 4 of these games in a given month. So the idea here is it's curated, it's on demand, you just download the program to your desktop, it quickly loads up the game files, and then you can play to your heart's content. And in the event that for whatever reason you don't have the ability to play it on your desktop, they are also working on polishing off a web app version which will allow you to play all the same games directly through your web browser. So let me pop open the game client here, and this is what it looks like. This is Jump Gaming, the beta. You could just sign up for the beta right now. It'll be free up until they launch with a very limited selection of the games that will be available on the platform. Let's see, how many do they have right now? We have a few. We have probably, 8 games that you can play right now. Some of them are certainly better than others. I know we've got things like a Wizard's Lizard, which is less direct combat, more using magical items to help rescue your wizard friend as their familiar, which is their little pet lizard that talks and stuff. Or you've got more action platformers like Mole Men Must Die. So let's just play Mole Men Must Die. I'm not familiar with that one. And we'll see what this is all about. So you click play, and then Jump very quickly starts to download the game and get it ready to play either through your browser or through the desktop client, which is what I am using right now. And as somebody who plays at home in their office on not really the best internet connection for quickly downloading things, like I technically have 5 megabits per second download, but almost nothing besides Blizzard launchers and Blizzard games actually make use of that entire bandwidth. This is actually downloading somewhat reasonably. And then once it's all ready to go, it'll prompt me to either use my game controller or my keyboard. It checks which one you want to use every time you load into a game, and then properly prevents the other one from interfering if you accidentally click spacebar or the A button on your controller, because I literally have my controller right next to my keyboard. So that could happen. And then you're off to the races. In fact, it actually shows you in the icons for all of the games whether or not it supports just keyboard and gamepad, or if it's just the game controller itself. Which is nice. That's not something that I'm used to, and I think it does a particularly good job. Oh, here we go. So here we are inside of Mole Men Must Die, where I'm presuming we have to kill the mole men. So we have the option here to move, X is jump, Z is shoot, and C is bomb. Okay, here's our character. We have a double jump. Let's go. Oh, I guess we're just diving right in here. Hello, mole men. Who wants to get shot in the face? Is it you, Timmy? Get out of here, mole men. You're not my real mole dad. You're not even a real man. You're more of like some sort of marsupial that got loose and started touching stuff. I can't. Oh, wait, what's it? Are you guys what are you? Oh, wow, they just straight up gutted me. Well, as you can see, it definitely doesn't take long to just jump into a game. And if you don't want to keep playing that game, all you got to do is either exit full screen mode, sort of minimize your window, click home, and it just exits out of that game, dumps the game files once you close the game, so it's not sitting on your computer wasting space, and you can pick something that's a little bit more your speed. So I wasn't really feeling Mole Men Must Die, because I really could have used just my game controller for that type of a game. So let's see what else we've got. We've got Stunt Runners, which seems like one of those racing games, or The Bridge. What is Tesla Grade? I think that was an RPG. Let's go to more info. It just says indie title. I'm gonna say for the people at Jump, indie is everything on your platform. That does not count as a genre. Let's take a look here. So this is a platformer. This gives me the ability to shoot evil robots and then possibly solve puzzles. So that's platforming, puzzle game, action platformer. So indie definitely doesn't count, and this game was released back in December 13th, 2013. So what else have we got? If I go back to home, I think it would be nice is every time I clicked on one of these, I didn't have to constantly go back to the home page and get back to where I was. Like a back button would be nice. Can I backspace? No. Escape? No. Or just having it kind of pop up and then I can just go to the next one. That's kind of janky browsing, which I don't like in Netflix, because in Netflix, if you search for something, click on it, and then go back, sometimes Netflix will take you back to the home page instead of back to your search results. It's just one of those bugs that annoys the pants off of me. Let's see here. Here we go. We've got an indie casual platformer. Again, everything on this platform is indie, so you might as well not consider that a genre. That doesn't make any sense to me. And this is rated E for everyone. It shows you the developer, the publisher, and all of the different features. Okay, so it's an alternate playthrough, and it can reverse time as your power. That's kind of nice. This is available on Windows, Mac, and Linux. So it's actually nice that this is somewhat cross-compatible with other operating systems like OS X or one of the Linux distributions. Is there one of the Linuxes that's specifically more available to everybody? It could be. Let's play this one. Let's see how long this one takes to load. Some of these take longer than others, as I'm sure you can imagine, but so far, none of these have taken an exorbitant amount of time to load, which has been nice. All right, it looks like it finally finished downloading here. We're playing The Bridge, and this is an RPG style game. No, this wasn't the RPG. This was kind of the action-y one. And this involves all sorts of bizarre puzzles. And so I have to toggle... I have to click on this again. I have to toggle the left and right arrow keys in order to get an apple to smash on this character's face. So I will say that this game took about the full 5-6 minutes to finish downloading. So that's not awful, but it's not, crazy great either. But, again, this is a system where you are going to be renting games, not downloading them to keep forever. So the idea is you're going to want to quickly be able to play these games after downloading them without a lot of time and effort involved. So you can try them out, see if it's for you, then dump it and go to the next one. So 5 minutes, pretty good. Now, this doesn't wow me. Let's go back to the home page and let's just look. So, most of these games that are available in the beta are not exactly what I would call stellar 5-star graphics components. Like Mole Men Must Die, very retro style graphics. What is this? Sproggy Wood is more illustrated, hand-painted for some of the different parts, and then it kind of goes back to a condensed, drawn/vector artwork. So these are going to be, a lot of the indie titles that you see on Steam. Not all of these graphics are going to be, AAA quality. A lot of them are going to be very robust, very well put together pixel art graphics or minimalist graphics or voxel graphics, those sorts of graphical sets. And they're going to have a lot of more inventive gameplay and concepts than you would get from Wolfenstein. That said, I was never really all that impressed with Acorn Assault, but this game definitely had a lot of people that I know kind of intrigued on Steam, so you have a very broad selection. And if we go back to the picture on the Jump website, they're going to have things like Dungeon Souls. Dungeon Souls is a very fun roguelike, a very robust game. So there's going to be, like any rental service, there's going to be a lot of chaff with the wheat, a lot of good with the bad. There's going to be some that are kind of like, it's kind of fun, but it's kind of a pain in the butt. It's kind of buggy and weird. And then you're also going to have a few that are really great, like stellar, top of the pile. Like, I'm glad this service has it. I got it to play it for cheap, and I got to play all these other titles. So this is just a quick look at the Jump beta and my thoughts on it. It looks like they're going to need to perhaps get a little bit more robust search function going. Maybe fix the recently played games section because it's not showing anything. And then, of course, oh, there's actually a Discord for Jump. That's kind of cool. You can go on to their Discord, and you can get technical support very quickly, or you can submit a ticket to try and get your problem solved if it's not working correctly for you. Because that's always a fear, is when somebody offers you a service that doesn't work, and then you can't get anyone to help fix it, so you're out whatever money, because who knows if you can even get in contact with them to get your money refunded. So it looks like Jump is very promising. Again, it will completely depend upon their large library of games. They say over 60 plus games. Can I click on anything to get a list? No, it doesn't look like it. So my thoughts are, this is going to completely depend on whether or not it has games that are really selling the platform. Because I can go buy these on Steam right now. I can go buy them on, what was it, not GOG, Green Man Gaming, all these other sorts of platforms. So it'll be interesting to see what they have available and how it goes. So far, it plays pretty well, but at the same time, I clearly don't have a big, very graphically intensive game to test this on, so who's to say? So that's it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I've been your host, Larry the Chupacabra, taking a look at Jump Beta from Jump Gaming. I'll catch you next time. I'll put a link in the video description below so you can check this out for yourself. Comes out very soon, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, everybody, and have a good one.